I don't remember a stronger KSW event that happened soon. This is KSW 50, which brings 3 title bouts and 4 very interesting bouts, and let's now start with the first one. It's an intriguing clash between MICHAL PIETRZAK, known as the Crusher, and Croatian talent ROBERTO SOLDIC. I've got to say that ROBERTO SOLDIC is on a great streak, as well as 16 wins, 3 losses, one of the best Croat fighters. You can also find him on my website, a finisher, a real finisher. In last 5 bouts, TKO against Boris Mankovsky, lost to Dricus du Plessis, then KO wins over Dricus du Plessis, Vinicius Borer, and Christian Kazubowski. On the other side, Roberto Soldic is a finisher, but Michael PIETRZAK, he debuts at KSW, and I'm sure this will be a great match because this guy also has in last 4 bouts only 1 loss to Szymon Dusza, then victories over unanimous decision win over Adam Bieganski, TKO against Mariusz Bagdonash, and decision win over Andrian Blezinski. So here I think Roberto Soldic is in the shape of his life, and this is the reason why I'm vouching for him. Now the next interim lightweight title match between Stormy Norman Parke, the greatest Northern Irish fighter ever, Northern Irish national champion in freestyle wrestling, he previously earned that, and black belt in judo. Norman Parke usually defeats foes via submission or unanimous decision. His last decision loss happened at KSW 39 against Mateusz Gamrot, the former TUF The Smashes lightweight tournament winner, cage contender lightweight champion. He has a great history behind, and also wins over Łukasz Klevitsky, Miles Price, Boris Mankovsky, Artur Shavinsky. This guy is on a superb streak, but let's be honest, he has a solid opponent, Marcin WRZOSEK, known as the Polish Zombie. I mean, 14-5. You know why the guy is called Polish Zombie? I mean, just remember the Korean Zombie, and he's undurable. This fight I predicted will go to decisional scorecards, and got to say, this Polish Zombie, he competed at UFC TUF 22 finale, but lost via split decision to Julian Rosa, 4-2 in last 6 bouts, and mostly everything went to decision or scorecards. So yeah, I expect a decision win, but I mean, you never know, Norman Parke can surprise us. And now let's go to the next battle. It's TOMASZ NARKUN versus PRZEMYSLAW MYSIALA. TOMASZ NARKUN, well, he's a famous name, guys. He is the former KSW light heavyweight champion, and just remember his wins over Goran Redic, Casio Barbosa de Oliveira, Sokoju, Marcin Wojcik. Also, he had in non-title bouts 2 wins over Mamet Khalidov, which is very big success. Fought for the KSW heavyweight championship, but he was unable to outlast Phil De Vries on the other side. TOMASZ NARKUN is a black belt in BJJ, so a really tough opponent. PRZEMYSLAW MYSIALA, known as Misiek, well, he is coming of a superb streak. I mean, superb streak, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe this is his KSW debut, but he already fought in Bellator MMA where he lost to Mohamed Laval. Let's remember, oh man, he has a score of 7 wins, 1 draw, victories over some strong names. He fought at Absolute Championship Berkut where he won Valison Carvalho. I think here just my prediction that PRZEMYSLAW MYSIALA has bigger chances for a victory. Now let's go to the main event of the evening. Phil de Vries versus Luis Henrique. Phil de Vries, well, you probably all heard of Phil de Vries. He's a very famous fighter. Got to say, this is a BJJ guy from Sunderland, England, but his endurance is amazing. He was born in Sunderland, England, but he fights out of Chula Vista, California, and he is the current KSW heavyweight champ. 3 title defenses versus MICHAL, Karl Bedorf, TOMASZ, NARKUN. This guy mostly knows everything. He knows to choke you out, he knows to TKO, he knows to finish, and the worst of all, when he wraps up that rear naked choke, Darce choke, or even guillotine choke Americana, it's done. The battle is done. This time he'll meet Luis Henrique. Luis Henrique, a Brazilian guy. You know that Brazilian guys are always tough, especially because you don't want to go on the ground against him, and I am pretty much sure that Phil de Vries might have a hard time against this Brazilian, because brown belt in BJJ, light blue belt in Muay Thai. He knows to choke people out too. I mean, Joao Paulo Santos, Dmitry Smolyakov, Christian Colombo. These were all, let's say, choke victories. So who am I rooting here for? I highly doubt the Brazilian guy will take his throne away, but on the other side, I think Phil de Vries is going to defend his title.